Okay guys, so as you hopefully know by now, I am a huge video game nut. I love playing all kinds of games. I mean, ever since I was just a little kid, I've bought consoles and just, played games and played games. I love them. And so guys, well, as you might have guessed, I have gotten a pretty decent collection over the years. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a quick run through, and I'm going to make it a big long deal. I'm going to give you guys a quick run through of all my games. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this one started. Okay guys, let's go ahead and start with something that probably a lot of you guys have, the original Game Boy. I have two of them, and I know guys, you're actually going to see I have two of quite a few of these consoles. So guys, if you want to go ahead and take a look, right here will be a annotation. I did a full review on this, and they're both identical. They both Play It Loud models. They're really cool Game Boys. I like them a lot. So let's go ahead and set them off to the side here. Let's go ahead and pull up a couple more Game Boys. This time it is the Game Boy Pocket. Now again, I do have a review, so go ahead and just check out the annotation on the screen if you're interested in more. This is the review of, this is the two Game Boy Pockets. And there's a black one and here's a green one. These are pretty cool little things, guys. I mean, this is one of my favorite Game Boys ever. They were really, small, and, they worked really well. I didn't like the AAA batteries, but that's not that big a deal. So, moving right on along here, we have, boom, two Game Boy Colors. Yeah, guys, I know, I have two of everything. I'm a sucker when all of this stuff is so cheap. Guys, this green one right here was like my very, very, very first handheld console. Played this thing to death for probably 2 or 3 years till I got my Game Boy Advance. I love it. It's great. I don't know what to say. It's for as much as I played this thing, it's in like almost perfect condition. I mean, you can see all the you can see lots of play. But yeah, awesome consoles, both of them. Now let's go ahead and go a little bit farther along to the Game Boy Advance, and I have two of these as well. So on the left here, you can see that I have my SP, but I'll go ahead and show you guys real quickly the Game Boy Advance. This was a pretty decent thing. Of course, as with a lot of people, this broke off. The battery door broke off like immediately, but that's not a big deal. You just take, as you can see, I had plenty of tape on it. So this is a pretty decent console. I played a lot, pretty good. But this, guys, this is probably one of my favorite consoles of all time. This is the Game Boy Advance SP, and you can see it's a little bit worn. Well, actually, it's a lot worn. Credit that to keeping it in my pocket for about 3 or 4 years, but I'd say it's not too bad considering. You see here, this one's played so much that I actually literally sweated off all these labels. But guys, it still works 100% perfect. Still on the original battery, actually. Of course, these have rechargeable batteries. It is still on the original one. It doesn't last very long, but guys, one of the best consoles ever. I love it. And moving right along, of course, with this will be the last of the handhelds I have, which is my DSi. This is actually, I did a review on this just a short while ago. You go ahead and check out the annotation on the screen if you want to see the review of it. I'm liking it so far. I've only had it for just a little while, but it's pretty good. I like how thin it is. I mean, it's even thinner than my SP, so yeah, it's pretty good. Okay guys, so now let's go ahead and move just a little bit on to big consoles, the ones you hook up to your TV, for all you kids with Xboxes. Yeah, well, here is a Super Nintendo I got. Now actually this one I bought really recently. These are pretty cool. Super Nintendos are actually starting to get a little bit rarer these days. I know I looked at buying one of these at like a local video game store, and they were wanting a lot of money for it, but I found a kid I bought it from who was ready to sell it, and as you can see guys, it's not perfect. It's got a couple chips and everything, but it works 100% fine, and it's a pretty cool piece of tech. Continuing on just a little bit here guys, we also have the Super Nintendo Slim. Well, I guess not Slim, but it's the second generation Super Nintendo. You guys might have seen this from the Nintendo Console Wars. I used this. Guys, this one actually, I bought this brand new right when they were phasing them out. I remember that I went to go get it, and it was so cheap. This was like a couple years after the Nintendo 64 was out. They must have had like a couple of these left they found in the back room or something. So I got this super cheap. I played like just a few times, but by then I was already playing my PlayStation for a long time. So I like used just a few times. It got put up, and I just recently found it. So guys, I mean, this thing probably has less than 20 hours of gameplay on it. It is It's just perfect. I mean, just perfect. I love it. Again, these are pretty hard to come by too, but yeah. So, guys, we'll go ahead and move just a little bit farther on, and I actually have, now I have two of these, which is the original PlayStations. Yes, I have two of them. I actually got this one from the same, I got the Super Nintendo, and the PlayStation was thrown in for free, so I figured why not. Guys, the PlayStation was actually my first big console. I never actually had a Super Nintendo before then or anything else like that. I have a couple other consoles, but this was the first one that was actually mine that I actually had. Guys, played the PlayStation, literally, guys, probably 6 years. I did not get a PlayStation 2 until very, very late. So I played it and played it and played it and played it till literally the only thing that could get me to stop playing my PlayStation was when they quit making games for it. But yeah, guys, this is the Slim PS2. I'm sure quite a few of you guys have them. Like I said, guys, never got, well, it took me a long time to get a PS2, and, guys, I gotta admit, this is really cool. I mean, you know, it might not have the best graphics, but this is still not a bad console. I mean, they're still selling them today. I mean, it's slim. I mean, it's much smaller than, you just compare it to, the original PlayStation. You just set it on top, you can see it's nowhere near as big. And of course, it's got DVD, online multiplayer, some other stuff like that. So it's a pretty cool console, no doubt. Okay, guys, so the next one is my orange translucent Nintendo 64. Guys, I actually didn't play this one that much. I was so big into the PlayStation that I really just, that was just what I played. I spent all my money on getting PlayStation games. That was just what I loved. And I have a huge amount of PS1 games. So the Nintendo 64 was pretty cool, though. I never really played it that much, like I said. So, I guess that's a good thing. You consider my PlayStation's, it's not in bad shape, but it's in, you see there's a few dings and scratches. But this Nintendo 64 is, well, pretty much perfect. This is another case where, I kept it on the top of my closet for a very long time, so. So, moving a little bit, a few years into the future, I suppose, we have my Nintendo Gamecube. That one actually doesn't even fit in the shot, really. Well, it's because I had the Game Boy player. So yeah, guys, I got the Gamecube. Now, this one, guys, I'm happy to say, this was actually the successor to my PS1. I played my PS1 forever, and then I finally went and got the Gamecube. And, guys, I played this for a lot. I never got as many games as I did for the PS1, but the GameCube was a really solid thing, actually. Oh, I've got the Game Boy player disc in there. So, yeah, guys, the GameCube was pretty good. I still play it, actually, quite a bit. I don't know, something about wanting to play the games on the GameCube instead of on the Wii, but, yeah. So, seeing as I just mentioned it, I guess I might as well show you guys. Yes, I do, in fact, have a Wii. Yeah, guys, the Wii's pretty decent. I don't ever play it, really. Camera's all messed up. There. I don't really ever play it, guys. There's not a whole lot of games. Literally the only game I ever play on it is Super Smash Bros. Brawl, which is actually a great game. But all of my money, I don't buy games for this anymore. The console I buy games for right now is, well, you guys might have guessed it, my Xbox 360. Now, that really doesn't fit in the shop very well. Well, so yeah, guys, so this is like my newest console, my favorite console. It's the one I pretty much spend all my gaming hours on lately. And yeah, it's my Xbox. Well, I've had a few problems with it lately. I don't want to get into it, but I've had a couple of red rings in the past couple months, which is not fun. But, yeah. Besides that, though, guys, the Xbox is a fantastic console. I love it. I play it very, very frequently. So anyway, guys, that is my full wrap-up of all the consoles I have. And by I have, these are mine. There are actually a couple more consoles, but actually they aren't mine right now, so I can't really give them. Maybe some other time I might be able to go ahead and steal them away and show you guys in a video. But yeah, guys, so this is my video game collection. So guys, I have a quick question for you. I love all these, and I plan on doing reviews of them. As you see, I've started to get to do reviews of some of my Game Boys and working through those. I've actually got a couple more Game Boy reviews coming to you guys fairly soon. But guys, what consoles that you've just seen would you like me to review? I'll probably review them all eventually, but if you want to see one, this year, go ahead and leave me a comment below. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching.